Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 6th through the 12th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. Ooh, the overall energy for the reading, the Devil. Okay, there's a little bit of, I can't call it unhealthy though. I would say a little bit of a downer type of an air floating around this reading. Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll see what that is. In the recent past, the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, the Lovers. Okay, so there's a connection that I'm looking at there, and apparently things started getting a little bit complicated, a little bit difficult in there. At some point. May I assist you? No? Okay. For some reason, which we will see when we clarify. In the current situation, the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 3 of Cups. Yeah, if they were a bit complicated in the past, they've gotten a little more complicated right now, by the looks of it. You seem to be, speaking of down, you seem to be down about it. Pretty upset. Kind of thinking of the whole history of whatever's going on here, and it's not looking great because it's keeping you upset. So, okay. In the immediate future, the Chariot, the Star, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you're taking some time for yourself. It seems to be number one priority at some point. It's like, okay, I gotta do this. No, putting my phone on silent. I'm unavailable to the whole world for an amount of time that you get to determine, and that's all I'm doing. Concerning myself with myself, and that's that. Okay, well, that sounds like a good idea. Let's clarify. Let's see what the hell is going on here. Let me do the Devil, the Judgment card, the 8 of Wands, the 5 of Cups. Oh my God, I'm seeing a little bit of attitude of, oh, they knew what they were doing. Oh, they knew. They knew what they were saying. They knew what they were doing. Okay, so you're a bit... Somebody said something or did something and there's a bunch of regret in there, but it does seem to come, whatever that is, whatever they said or did, comes through as being very, very damaging to the whole dynamic. So it's like... It's almost looking like, yeah, they knew what they were doing, you know? Because it's too big of a deal to not know, to just, you know, throw something out there. And, oh, I didn't know. Yeah, no. So, something happened here, and it's not great. Let's do the 10 of Wands. In the recent past, the Ace of Cups, the Star, the Sun. Wow. It's like the greatest intentions in the world in one place here, as far as you're concerned, and that all turned to shit by the looks of it, from what you're telling me here. What the hell happened? What? You were good. What happened? Let's do the 8 of Swords. You get the Fool, the High Priestess, the 8 of Pentacles. You just had a good feeling about it, like you were good with this situation, whatever this was. You know, I don't know if it was, I can't tell yet if it's something that you've just started. Maybe you were working with somebody, right? But you just started working with them and everything felt freaking amazing. For the first couple of weeks, it's like, oh my God, this is heaven. Like, I've never experienced something so good in my entire life, you know, out of this type of a dynamic. But then it's like... somebody did something or say something, and that was that. That was that. Let me do the Lovers in the recent past. You get the 5 of Wands, the Page of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So whatever that was definitely took things way off course, way off balance. And I do see the attempt to, hey, let's see. Maybe it was a slip up. Let's see if we can kind of, you know, redirect the course, kind of correct the course that was definitely detoured here. Let's see. So an attempt or a desire for an attempt to kind of put it all back together was definitely in place. And I felt like it came from both ends. But was it successful? No, because I'm looking at pretty hardcore energies right now. But let's do the 5 of Cups. In the current situation, you get the 4 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups. Yeah. It's almost like writing a farewell note, you know, and saying, you know, I wish you well. I'll be okay. Whatever happens, don't you worry about me. I'll be okay. Your energy is already kind of separated from this, but you do seem to still carry them in your heart, you know, for thank you for the experience, you know, type of a deal. Things are not looking great here for this situation. Let me do the 4 of Cups. For the 4 of Cups, you get the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, it's gotten too hard to actually, you know, work on things. And hold on, let me do something because I feel like this camera is just gonna bail on me. Come on. Did it work? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, it's looking like it did, but I don't trust it. But anyways, we'll see. Mercury retrograde. Yay. Yeah, things have gotten too complicated, too hard to work on, to keep on. You know, either the damage has been extremely like hard to kind of take it apart and put it back together, or it's just too hard to even try to do something here about the situation. And you're upset about it, you're disappointed, but at the same time showing me hardship over, you know, I'm putting in effort, I'm putting in this, I'm putting in that. They might be too, but it's still complicated as hell. What the hell is this damage? It's a big one though. It's a big one. Because I see you kind of trying to approach this from a pretty reasonable standpoint, but still, even with that, it's pretty tough to overcome whatever the hell happened, and that's what makes me think it's a pretty big one. Because if I were to see you here confused out of your mind, I would be like, okay, maybe it wasn't that bad. No, you're pretty clear. From every angle I'm looking at you from, I'm like, no, you're showing up pretty steady and, you know, knowing what you're talking about. So that means it's something big that happened here. For the 3 of Cups, in the current situation, you get the 3 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Maybe at a later time, try again. Or something like that. That's kind of what comes through. For right now, I think you're kind of putting this on the back burner, whatever this is. And you do seem to be open to it, but at a later time. Because for right now, it's just too exhausting to deal with whatever this is. So, okay. Okay. This is kind of you trying to figure out what you're doing moving forward. You know, what's best for you. And based off of how you're feeling, where you're at with it, and just, yeah, trying to figure out your next steps here. And I kind of see you pulling your energy towards you, and then again kind of reassessing everything and drawing your conclusions about how difficult this is at this moment in time, or not, but it is from what you're showing me, and then giving me a sense of, you know, not dropping this completely like 100%, but definitely giving it a break for right now. I may do the Chariot in the immediate future. You get the 7 of Cups, the Empress, the 2 of Swords. That's the thing, because I don't know. whoever this is attached to you definitely has some significance to your next steps. So it's like either they're very, very close to you, like a situation of a best friend or something, or family, they're, or you're working with them. So it's like, okay, what do I do now? Do I look for somebody else to work with on this? Do I do it on my own? So they're somehow indirectly implicated in the next steps, because I see you're moving forward and you're starting to, and then you're like, wait. It's not that easy. It's a little complicated here. And then as you do that, as you kind of hold there, I'm kind of seeing you attached to this connection somehow indirectly. So whatever's going on here is definitely affecting you. Even if you do decide, okay, I'll move forward and I'll figure it out as I go. But it's looking to be a bit complicated, a little more complicated than that. Somehow they're somehow related to what happens next. So let me do the star. In the immediate future, you get the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Three of Swords. What the hell happened here? Because even after some time, I see you trying to address this, and then I see a whole lot of pain opening up, and I'm like, what could have happened that's so big? And you're kind of navigating through it with a common sense throughout, and your energy being quite still and consistent. So it's, there's a lot of awareness on your side versus, for whatever the hell happened here. But even as you, for right now, kind of decide, okay, I'll put this on the back burner, I'll open back up to it later. You do that later, and I still see some pain there, and you do too. So I'm not sure. Let me do the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands. Oh. Okay, I think you're going to need some time. I think you're going to need some serious time. Probably, a little bit away from this situation so that you figure some things out. Because at some point, I do see you looking into yourself, and you're bringing up a lot of crap when you do that. You're like, well, I should have seen this, and I should, like you're putting yourself down there. I should have seen all the red flags, and I should have done this, and I should have done that, and I didn't, and I knew better, and even though you are showing up with awareness over what's going on, I'm not sure you could have done anything different here. I mean, you followed all the proper steps that you felt as you went through this. So, putting yourself down here, not necessarily going to help the situation. I do see you taking this as, it's part of the healing, which it is. It is. At some point we do need to confront our own demons, right? It's just you pile up all the nasty within you, and you bring it up to the surface, and you're like, Libra, you suck at this. And then I'm like, oh, whoa. It's okay. It's fine. Breathe, take it easy. Let's bring out that self-love a little more, Like, it's okay to do that too, but not focus strictly on that. And to some extent, I feel like it all ties up into the pain that's still at place over the situation. So again, it is part of healing, It's just the way you do it is kind of rough. The way you're kind of going at it, I'm like, whoa. So I believe as you put this on the back burner, a little bit of period of healing is coming through for you. And as time passes, you may realize that you may need some more time, and that's okay. I just see this as being significant, and something major must have happened that it just kind of placed a break on this whole experience at this moment in time. And if you need a break, take it. There's a lot of healing involved, and especially in the immediate future as far as this situation is concerned. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Hermit, the Death card, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you may need a break. And I feel like you may have wanted to heal throughout whatever is going on here. but I get the sense that you're reaching a place in which you understand that you may need to do that away from this. You know, not necessarily as your kind of part of let's try working on things. And I'm not saying you're not going to try anymore, but from what it's looking like from the energy, you're kind of setting this to the side because you need that time for you to heal. And then you can, you know, when you're ready, you can come back and apply that healing to the situation if that's what you choose to do. But I feel like you've tried to heal as you were going through the motion of whatever this is. And now it's like, nope, that's not working out. So, okay. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.